Hello, welcome to Court of the Rings on twitch.tv/LotraStream. I'm your community manager, Cordovan, and it has been a long week, a busy week. Here inside of the office, we got a lot done this week. We released update 36.2. We updated the Lotra store. We launched a new kind of coupon campaign for the Lotra store. We're hard at work at update 37. We got a whole lot of things happening here. So, a little bit of news to talk about, but a lot of the news that you already know because it happened this week. So we'll probably just recap the week that was, and then we'll spend some time in game hanging out and playing more of the Song of Waves and Wind, which is something I've not been able to do a mostly game time focused stream for a while. So I think today will probably be that stream. Welcome everyone. Hope you're doing okay. Hope your week has been fine. We had a downtime of pretty darn close to a day, didn't we, on Wednesday? Went down at midnight and came back up. Well, technically we came back up at about 7. Then something caused us to bring the store and game down briefly again. We didn't want people earning deeds and things like that while we were checking an issue with grants in the store. So then we got that fixed and reopened the game worlds still around on time of our original estimate of 11 p.m. Eastern. I think it was 10 something, wasn't it? That we got it all done. So congrats to us, I guess, on actually getting it done. It was a long day. Long couple of days. Yes, folks like myself were working on Tuesday night into Wednesday, through Wednesday, and then through Wednesday night into really early Thursday morning, monitoring your feedback and what have you. We do know that there's a little bit of follow-up work to do related to the updated Lotra store. In particular, we are working to resolve an issue with some VIP grants not properly happening. We're investigating an issue that seems to be related to session caching, that some Steam users have run into some purchase difficulties trying to kind of reconnect their Steam account to the store. A few bits and bobs like that, but for the most part, things are going pretty well for this big project that we launched, and everything is generally working fine, with the exception of the things that I just talked about. After the show is done today, I'm going to be announcing a store-only downtime, so you'll still be able to log into the game, no problem, but at 3 o'clock today, we're bringing the store, 3 o'clock Eastern today, so in 3 hours, we're bringing the store down for probably something like an hour to push out a deployment to fix a couple of those issues and then bring the store back up. So that'll be happening this afternoon at about 3 o'clock. The store will be down for an hour. You'll still be able to play, though. So these are the least viewed downtime notices we do. And not that it isn't important or anything, but, you know, you can still play. You can still log in and play. It's just that you can't access the store, which can be a pain in the butt sometimes, depending on what you got going on, but it'll be fine. Anyway, that's at 3 o'clock today. So I would mention we've been able to bring out a nice slate of bonuses for the weekend, so I do want to bring that up through August 6th, so through Sunday. We don't just have Hobnanigans, but we've also added 20% Virtue XP, 25% Crafting XP, and 25% Skirmish Marks. Put together little packages of bonuses to give us a nice hype weekend, hopefully. And that's running through Sunday. So, Hobnanigans, 20% Virtue XP, 25% Crafting XP, and 25% Skirmish Marks through August 6th. I would also mention Mithril coins are on sale. That comes up sometimes. Accelerate your adventure. Get 20% off Valar level boosts and the Mithril coins. And that's through next Thursday, August 10th. The next bit, I normally... Well, let me see if there's anything else I should really mention before I get back into kind of store talk. We're already in August, so next week, next Thursday, the Curator returns. I have not heard of any new items being added to the Curator's rotation, but at the very least, it's an opportunity to get the stuff that's available with the Curator. The Curator is going to arrive at 10 a.m. Eastern on August 9th and go until 3 a.m. Eastern on August 17th. So through August 16th is the wording on the Curator. You have till 3 a.m. Eastern on the 17th. Essentially midnight Pacific. We also do have a Gundabad Geode boost that's going to be kicking off on August 10th as well. And that's at 10 a.m. Eastern, and that runs through August 15th, being shut off at 3 a.m. on the 16th. So that's really, yeah, both of those kick off. Curator is on Wednesday of next week, and Geode boost is Thursday of next week. So, and then the Farmers Fair is coming up. We do have some new stuff for the Farmers Fair. It leaked out into the update 36.2 release notes. I suppose I could quick swap cameras here. I've got my sound down just because of the extraneous sound, but I would let me just bring up real quick our release notes, because I did want to call out a couple of bits in them. This is what went out during the downtime on Wednesday as well. We didn't just do the store downtime. We did take the opportunity really to put up some a couple of game changes here as well. So let me just real kind of quick and dirty call this up on the screen so we could talk a little bit about it. The bit that I wanted to mention is that the general changes in support of the upcoming 7th season of the Legendary Items Reward Track. The 7th season debuts August 16th at 10 a.m. Eastern, so not next week, but the week after. So a week from Wednesday that happens. And then we also have the Farmers Fair stuff, which is what I was going to bring up here. So that kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern on the 17th of August and runs until 3 a.m. Eastern on September 7th. So through September 6th there. New rewards include Blazing Firmament character cosmetics. So that's, you know, the full slate of cosmetics there. Steed and Warsteed cosmetics, a Blazing Firmament centerpiece housing decoration, and a Firefox Bandit cosmetic pet. And so that's all happening here in the next couple of weeks. And that is not nothing, is it? I think, though, the other thing I wanted to do before I get in game, well, I mean, this is in game, but let me. I probably should have done this off screen. Okay, I have to do this off screen. Hang on a second. You open this up in the external store first. I'm going to apply the coupon code off screen, and then I'll probably just quick show you how it works. So let me put this up on screen here so that you know what I'm talking about. That's this determine your discount. Kind of looks like the web page has legs. Let's move that over a little bit. All right. So determine your discount. 15% off any 5 items with the code LOTRO15, 20% off any 3 items with the code LOTRO20, and 30% off any 1 item with the code LOTRO30. So I'm going to use LOTRO20 here as an example. Let me let me get this taken care of quick. Open up a preview here. All right, let me. This is going to take just a quick second here. All right. Push this live. All right, so here we go. I've got the coupon applied to my account here. I didn't want to show off my account name. I know that's a feature people want. I want it too. So you'll notice that, say, Mithril coins are 20% off because of the sale this week. So that's that. Or I've applied the LOTRO20 code to show you how it works with multiple items. You could theoretically apply, you wouldn't want to, but you could theoretically apply this 20% off to this Mithril coin purchase. So it'll depend. If you want to apply it, it'll be 20% off the regular price, or you can just buy that one because it's on sale. Let me just pick up a couple of cosmetics here. So here we go. Battle-worn armor of the White City. You can see that right now on chat, I believe. Let me make sure I've got chat up. Yeah, so it gives you a choice. But they don't stack. So the 20% coupon doesn't stack off on anything else that's there. All right, so we're looking at this Battle-worn armor of the White City. 20% off, and it shows you the discounted thing. And you go, and I have not yet disabled the confirmation screen. I will. You probably might want to. Up to you. But because I'm testing things and everything, I've got it currently enabled. But you can just buy the item, and there you go. All right. So now we can get up to 3 of those things. So let's go to, where does this go now? Let me kill this real quick just so that I know what I'm showing here. Interesting. Alright, well anyway, that's how it works. There'll be multiple items that'll be available. I think I might have screwed something up though, because of the way I did this. Because you can get multiple items for the thing. So. Alright, well, I think that's how where I'm going to leave it then, because I don't want to figure out why my store session is not doing what I want. Oh yeah, there we go. You have to reactivate the coupon. So here's what you do. Let me move myself quick. See where redeem code is? Put in whichever code you're going to use, and then do it that way. And then it's already there. Let me purchase this 100% mark at acquisition boost. There we go. Buy the item, and then you put it in. I'm using 20 here. Put it in again. You got the coupon activated again. Now you can use it for the 3rd time. I don't need any of these things. So I'm going to save this 20% off until I figure out what I actually want to buy with it. But it's fine. Or save it for checking something out later. Here we go. Boo emote. There we go. Alright, so that's the coupon there. Let me go and get rid of the screen. Alright. Let me take a look at chat here real quick too before we get going. So you do need to use the coupon code before it expires. You can't, save the coupon and then use it after expiration. It is for the sale this week through August 10th. Galdwin, I believe that it is currently doing that. I don't know exactly how we might adjust that in the future, but yeah, I think you can buy a stack of things right now by incrementing it and get the discount on the stack. Yeah, so Tellurian, you're right. Like for this Mithril, so you wouldn't want to use your 15% coupon because it's 20% off. So, in general, the determine your discount is it's not in general. It is intended to be used for things that are not on sale. However, theoretically, if the determine your discount was higher than the sale price of the thing that you wanted to purchase, then you might opt to use that instead of the sale price, and we give you that option under the updated store. Yes, Garther, I would expect to see us make the search more robust as things progress. a lot of it has to do with, like, well, what terms do you enter and all that. So some of that will get fixed up here, I think, in the future. Search is generally quite functional right now, but it can always be improved in terms of what matches with what and what have you. And we can do some of that work here, hopefully in the coming weeks. Alright, well, I think that's about it. We covered most of the news. So let me bring up the in-game audio a little bit, and let's get some gaming in here today. I am currently on Chapter 1.4. The Legacy Lives On, in the Song of Waves and Wind. I am in Glennaeth, a smallish town. Outpost, really, I suppose. Next to this cute, adorable little piggy. And I am really ready to pick up, talk to Legolas by the entrance here to Glennaeth. Glennaeth? Glennaeth? I don't know. I need to take a Tolkien pronunciation class.
Will no one aid
I say it right in my head, right, when I'm reading it, so... And if it's not right, then it's right. In my head. Oink. I get to pet piggies. Sure, I'm glad I saved this part for the live stream. I was running around a little bit in recent days just to kind of get reacquainted with where I was in the story and what was happening. And get a little stuff done on my character here. Nothing really to mention there, though. Swapped in a few slightly higher pieces of static gear I'd acquired, and claimed my LI reward track rewards. And then I cleaned up, because I had a bunch of just sort of defeat enemies in X area to do, and I didn't want to continue that on the live stream this time, because it just didn't seemed like the most super fun stuff to be showing on the live stream. I wanted to keep getting the story forward. So I went and did finish up everything that you saw me do last Friday on the map. I cleaned out my quest log. So I got some new things to do here and help the people of Glennaeth. I think that is pretty much everything. Where are the piggies? I mean, you're right there, but I've already fed you. You don't get to be fed again. Well, I might leave them for another day then. See them when we come back, maybe. This one is here. So this is the first time that we're doing something like determine your discount. So if there is ultimately a bunch of confusion about it or something like that, we will sort it out, hopefully for the next one. But in general, the way it works is you'll apply the coupon code to your account, and then you'll make a purchase. And the 15 and 20% coupon codes can be used more than once. And by that, it means that you enter it into redeem code after use up to however many times it's indicated. I believe it's 5 and 3. So you would purchase an item at a 15% discount, enter the code, purchase an item at a 15% discount, enter the code. But in terms of the way the determine your discount works, it'll be any item in the store once you have entered the coupon. So you'll have the option to just take a look at which item you want to apply the coupon code to, and then apply it to that item. Most of our coupons tend to be one use only, and so it sort of, I think, in part prevents that additional layer of confusion that I'm seeing a little bit about in chat, which is that you can re-enter the code. We can set codes, especially now, to be re-enterable up to a certain number of times. And we're using this to determine your discount to really give that its run through in the community on
There's
live
always
after
work to be
checking it
done.
out internally and what have you. So, a bit of a new coupon code program debuting here. So I'm not entirely surprised there might not be a little confusion, but I think you'll get used to it pretty quickly. And then when we do these kind of things in the future, it'll make a little more sense. Especially on a one-use code, you'll apply it, you'll pick the thing that you want it to apply to, and then you apply it to it. So that's how it works. And it's been working pretty good there. A group of corsairs accosted Annabin and made off with the crops she was transporting for us. They are still in the forests. If you venture that way, take care. Yes. Alright, so I have spoken to the piggies. I fed them. But we know I was really just petting them and feeding them.
There is so much to be done. Will it ever end?
Where is... I don't think I know where Annabin is. I forgot. Who's Annabin? Guess. Oh, there we go. Cool. I know that the cosmetic preview button is a very frequent ask from the community, and so that is on our radar for something that we can take a look at for the future. I can't make any promises about it today, but we are aware that many of you, and we knew this going in, have wanted a preview feature. So maybe that's something we can do in the future.
What do you want?
So, the other one being gifting is the one we hear frequently from people about. So, wrong way. Both of them are big projects. Both of them, perhaps we can do in the future.
A king has come again to Gondor.
Yay! All right, now let's actually speak to Legolas and Gimli, and proceed with Chapter 1.4 of the Song of Waves and Wind. You know what? That's a good point. Let me hang out with my pal over here and get to chat just a little bit. Are we able to use 15, 20, and 30, or do we have to choose one of the three? You can use all three of them. The 15 you can use, well, I'd have to, let me double check my copy. I'm pretty sure it's said 5 times. Yep, any 5 items with Lotro 15, any 3 items with Lotro 20, and any 1 item with Lotro 30. And the way it works, as we saw on stream here, is with the 5 items, for example, after you've received your 15% off discount by purchasing an item at 15% off, you will re-enter Lotro 15 through redeem code, and it'll essentially refresh that coupon up to 5 uses, and then up to 3 for Lothar 20. There's some rapidly respawning crows, apparently not too far from here for those who are trying to get their Kraban Slayer done. Alright.
How went your visit to Harlach?
Was alright. The heirs of Castamere may never truly disappear, but I think it is becoming clear that their power wanes. An impostor is not as great a threat to Gondor as Balakor himself would have been. The time approaches when we can return to King Elisar and tell him our tour can proceed.
While Gimli and I waited for you to arrive, a resident of this town came to speak with us.
Arvelin. He was most interested to learn we plan to continue on to Pelargir. The matter that occupies his thought may be of interest to King Elisar. Yo, why don't you see what's up? Okay.
You are welcome to Glonelf, my friend. And on the king's business, no less.
The war left its mark upon Lebanon, and I expect it has done the same in other parts of Gondor. But here it marked us deep, for Sirgun our lord was captured by the Haradrim, and while he was freed from their bonds, the experience changed him. He's no longer suited for rule, and it would be just for the king to permit him to step down. Faltharen, his son, is capable of following his father as lord. I have called for families of Glenaiath to cast tokens in favor of this proposal. Will you gather these tokens around town so Lord Sirgun will see how many families support this idea? Okay. So, I need to get some tokens, which are where? Okay. Do this by steed, most likely. So in general, there should not be more than one subscription on an account. Now, I recognize that in some legacy cases that, you know, that happens. Not too many of you out there, but there are some with more than one subscription on an account for various reasons. I have not heard of any issues related to that. If you're trying to report one to me, please do. I would be interested in hearing it, but I have not heard of anything myself. Everything seems to be going fine there. That's true. We do have people with both Lotro and DDO subscriptions on their account as well, but that's generally different from what I understand than having essentially more than one account on a subscription. Like Lotro account on a subscription. There are a few, there's not many, but over the years a few people have gotten into a state where that is the case. So I know this afternoon the channel's going to be pretty quiet, and the reason for that is Druid's Fire is at Gen Con, and Tolkien Professor is off on some kind of official work business. And so neither of these shows are happening on Friday. Now, Big Ed will be around tonight, but until then, it's going to be kind of quiet. I myself will be streaming until about 1 o'clock here today, and then I will
So
be
many
having to
tokens
announce
have
the
been
store
cast in support of
downtime
my proposal.
and get some other work done
This
here
is nearly
too,
all.
but we'll see. I can go a few minutes late if I want. So just about everyone said, yeah, do it. Makes sense. So I do understand that there is some confusion about the way Steam purchases are working in the news store. You need to link your Steam account to the SSG site. Can we set up a recurring subscription with Steam? Can we now buy expansions using the Steam wallet? I don't think any of the functionality in terms of what you can use your Steam payment for has changed, but there is an authentication step under the news store that if you're launching the game client through Steam, you'll be taken to a page when it comes time to buy something, at which point you will reconnect your Steam account to the new store sort of account, which, reconnect it to the game. It's a web browser-based page similar to the store session itself, and it should, if you're going through Steam, have a basically connect to Steam button. You push the button, you reconnect to Steam, and then you make your purchase. And that's how that goes. Its presence, though, is really part of the payment processing flow and not part of a new feature set for the updated Lotro store. So, I have not heard of any plans to change what might be offered to be purchased through that method. Alright.
I did not understand this proposal when Arvalon told it to us, and I still do not.
No dwarf would do this. At any rate, the sooner we go to Pelargir, the sooner we return to Minas Tirith with the tidings we sought. We have heard aplenty of whispers and rumors, but little in the way of real danger. Suppose that is good, but also a pity, for my axe needs swinging. Well, I bet you're going to get the chance. Travel to the eastern entrance of Pelargir, southwest of Glenaiath, and King's Gondor. Alright. So that's what we're doing next. We are heading down the road, over to Pelargir. Now, I could take a stop in Tomb Loudon as well. I do have a person to speak to there that I picked up from one of the other towns. But if I don't get there on this stream, that'll be fine. We will simply travel. So, yeah, I do understand that we have had, some subset of, subscription errors and things like that. My advice is to get in touch with customer support. We have people very actively looking into all of these reports, and the best way to get it done is through the ticketing system, where we can properly capture your information, like your game account. We can figure out the session ID of various things and make it all happen in a way that's pretty easy. So if you do run into an issue with recurring billing, then please do get in touch with customer support. Now, there was a known issue in the article that I put up ahead of the store launch, which is worth mentioning, which is that if you entered or updated a payment method after June 23rd, so from the window of basically June 23rd until August 2nd here, then that got re-added over, and in some cases you may just need to re-update your card. And you'll update your card at the moment by going either become a VIP or click points, enter into a transaction, and you will see the ability to update, edit, change your payment method as one of the options on the screen there. And so you'll do that, you'll update your payment method, save it, and that should get you where you need to be. But if it doesn't, get in touch with CS through help.standingstonegames.com. Oh, I can get rid of this.
It brings me joy to see you return to Pelargir, my friend, with the specter of war behind us.
You wish to see Sirgon. His manor is down the street to the west. The other west. But I want to talk to the stable master.
What can I do for you?
My little brother has barricaded himself in our home. He's been having lots of bad dreams since the war. And he needs some help to get better. Yes, we will do this. I'm gonna have to check to see if it's safe. Can maybe do that. Charissa wants to know, update payment method question mark in the in-game store or the Lotro website. That would be through the in-game store. Your payment method is managed through the in-game store here. Let's see, what did I do? No, you cannot apply multiple discounts to one item. Someone had said, well, can you do a multiple discounts to one item? No. But it's one purchase, so at least this time around you can use the increment to purchase more than one. Alright.
Welcome to my home. What brings you so far from the White City?
So, King Elsar has sent us to help heal the hurts of the war and prepare the way for his own tour of the kingdom. That is a worthy purpose. The war may be ended, but the scars it left cut deep. How fare the towns within my purview? Well, we tell Sirgon the people of Goliath have proposed that he step down and leave the lordship to his son, Faltheron, and show him the tokens they cast for said purpose. What? Man. The ungrateful so-and-sos. Although maybe he's not saying that at all.
Maybe the people of Glaniath are right.
The days of my youth are far behind me. Who will follow a leader so easily captured in war as I was by the men of Herod? Respect is hard to gain, but easy to lose. There were moments I despaired, and I thought Lebanon would be better served if I had not returned. This was not supposed to be my life. Meet me in my room of keepsakes to the north, and I want to show you something.
I was once the master of the fleets of Gondor.
I sailed across the Bay of Belfalis at the direction of the steward, and brought the might of Gondor to bear when needed. When I was held captive, I feared for my family and for the people in my charge. But I am ashamed to admit I also feared I would die on land. I was a man of the seas, Stampion, but in recent days I have felt penned up in the city, kingdom, in my very title. Rather would I be once again the lord of ships, of tide and weave. Well, good news. I mean, would I put a real skeleton in my living room just to show off to people? I'm gonna say no. But you know, people have different tastes on things. I do have a skull poster on my wall, so I guess I'm not that much different. Yes, Bane of Gilrain. We are no longer sending emails for Lotro store purchases outside of real money purchases. We're still sending emails associated with, like, payment billing. But general purchase of items with points are no longer getting emails. That will show up, however, in your transaction history, which is now somewhat more robust and available as part of the drop-down by your name.
So many memories.
My father has been seized by one of his moods again, I see.
He has always suffered from the call of the Gauls. I do not desire to rule in Lebanon, but I will do so if that is my father's wish and the will of the king.
The armor of the usurper? Aye, I know it.
Angbor of Lamedon sent it to us several moons ago, charging my father with its safekeeping. You are welcome to see for yourself. The armory of Pelargir is to the south of the manor. With my permission, we can go. Sorry, I can't get into pricing and such for River Hobbits or Lindleby Housing. That is going to have to be announced by our store team at the appropriate time. That's not something I'm in a position to sneak information out about. If I do get an opportunity to let you know how much this will cost, I will do so. Well, where am I going? Okay. So that means presumably up the stairs. Alright.
You have come at the request of Lord Sirgon and his son?
Supporters of the heirs of Castamere may seek to steal the armor for their own purposes. The Lord of Lebanon wants to ensure it is kept safe. Kugurul says, a suspicious woman has been watching us from a distance the past few days. I have yet to see her today. Rest assured, we keep an eye upon her when we do see her skulking about. You are welcome to go inside and check on the armor yourself. You and your companions would stick in my memory well enough. Well, I thank you. Alright, so let's go check it out. We're getting pretty close, though, to releasing more information about River Hobbit and Lindleby Housing. All that should be coming out on around Update 37. We'll have more information about how you'll be able to purchase it and sort of what it'll have in it and what have you in the coming weeks, but not today. I mean, sure, I'm glad I don't have to fight giant rats every time I go to the museum. Maybe they should have thought about that. I mean, I guess that's what we're here for, but still. Your armory's got worms. I was seeing some discussion about pricing for Lindleby Housing today, as a matter of fact, in a company chat. So I know that we are working on the pricing for them and getting that finalized and in a position where we'll be able to share more with you soon. But typically we don't give a lot of early information about that kind of thing. So it may be when you can buy it is when you're going to find out what the final price is. But I don't think anyone's going to be shocked by the price of any of those things. They're in line with really historically what we've done to date. So. Yes, I agree. There's some really cool looking things in that room, for sure. The tapestries and things would be very cool. So we're very close on.
Customer's armor remains where it was left. I told you so.
I have had an idea.
If we stage a performance for the benefit of the spy, we may be able to learn if she works for the heirs of Castamere, and turn that knowledge to our benefit. Yeah, I'm so angry.
I should have expected no less from such as you.
I don't think I actually know where the suspicious onlooker is, but let's just say down here. To the southeast, huh? Oh, this way. Okay. Oh.
I beg your pardon, stranger, but I could not help but notice your argument. I do not begrudge Elisar his choice of wife. Were he not king, he could marry anyone he wished.
But if he is to be king, he should put the needs of Gondor ahead of his own heart's call. If Gondor is to have a queen, she should be a woman of Gondor. Does he not know the history of his own kingdom? The scribes named Castamir the Usurper for trying to restore Gondor, and he perished for it. But even today, there are some who believe in that for which he stood. If you join with them, you may be well rewarded, and see the return of a king who prizes what Gondor should be. One of the beacons of Gondor remains lit, and it casts Castamir's shadow long and far. If you are a friend to those who wish to see it remain, you will agree with us. We must act in the shadows for now and keep down our voices. You never know who is watching us. Okay.
Well met. I am Denidor, Master of Procurements.
Okay. Well, I might pick that one up here a little bit later. I think I'm what they are called, what they say is, directionally challenged. Did I go the wrong way? Nope, Sir Gunsmanner. Okay.
I have 2 questions for you, my friend.
Is she a supporter of the heirs of Castamir? Yes to both. She was deceived and is a supporter. I'm sorry it fell to you to play this part, but if she believes your interests are aligned with hers, we may be able to follow this thread into its source and learn who now leads the heirs of Castamir.
If it were up to me, I would have shown this woman the blade of my axe.
Legolas and I are returning to Minas Tirith to tell the king what we learned on this journey. You won't be coming with us. You have somewhere else to go. I understand. So, yes.
Legolas and Gimli told me about the woman you met. What were her words?
My scouts have reported smoke on the horizon to the northwest. It is possible Amon Engelbed could be the source of it. That is where you should go if you think to find more supporters of the heirs. But use caution. These could well prove to be dangerous folk. Okay. So it looks like we are headed out for our next journey here. Alright, so you've got a crate to pick up, but otherwise Yeah, there we are. We're going to Ost Engelbid. Maybe I might swing by Tumladen as well and see what's going on there before the next show. Then I've got a crate to deliver. Wharf Outpost. I should also cross over and speak to the other stable master here as well. Okay. So let's go and banish that last nightmare and wrap up a few things here before we call it a show. Would love to know what your plans are. If you have some specific Locher related plans for the weekend, feel free to give it a shout out. If you're streaming, if you got something going on, feel free to give it a shout out in chat. And we'll hang for a few more minutes here. We do have store downtime at 3 o'clock today, so I'll be going in a few minutes to get word out about that. We have a Corsair camp to bust up here. So let's take care of that real quick. Premiering songs this Saturday, Lariana is, over on the Bree stage. That's very cool. Oh, but that's that right there. Nice. So where do I bring this one back? I think that's elsewhere. Yeah, Deneville Intense up there. And then that's the... Well, alright. Oh, it's just advance here. Okay. There we go. Cool. Well, that worked out pretty good. So then the last bit I could do is pop over to Tumladen, and we'll end the stream there. People offering some suggestions for things to purchase with the discount coupon. That's cool. Ooh, additional milestones. That's not a bad one either. Yeah, it's really, you know, we've often had for years, you know, players be like, oh, I just would love to get a, you know, X% off whatever I want. And so it's really neat to be able to give this a shot here under the updated Lotro store. So, hopefully it's good for us. Hopefully it's good for you. We take the actual road. Yeah, we haven't done the Mithril coin sale in a while. We did it in April. Was the last time we had Mithril on sale, and that was... I looked that up because I needed to look up some copy that I was using. And so it was like the week of April 6th or something like that was the last time we had Mithril on sale. And of course we do have some things that you'll probably maybe want to spend it on here in the near future, so just saying, you know. Some housing stuff.
What do you need?
We chased a party of orcs into a bear den. They're using and corrupting the bears for their own purpose. We cannot allow this to continue. Go to Grafeleg and defeat the orc captain Zagrazg and the Grafeleg matrons. Okay. For now, though, we're going to chill on this beautiful spot. And call it a show. Thank you so much for watching Court of the Rings on twitch.tv/LotraStream. The archives go up on YouTube as well. And you can always get our information over on twitch.tv/LotraStream.